Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So East Carolina's offense will get the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Connor. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk for a second about East Carolina. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a 3-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this 3-star offensive line... Very highly recruited. That was a massive win for this head coach.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Holds it in, the 1st down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Pirates are rolling down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got the 1st down and more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Pirates trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. On the run, it's Jenkins. Snowed under by the defense.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirates!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. So Vanderbilt's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The sure hands, it's Sherrill. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
Trying to get behind the defense. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down. Come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Commodores have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Safe completion on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. The Commodores pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the ground. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk big picture East Carolina. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Wants to throw. It's right. That's reeled in. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Smith.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Finds the tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, and let him do the rest.
Wants to go up top. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Working on the right. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. The Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. Some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They'll run the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Offense gets set for 2nd down. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to the ground with the running back. Tackle is made at the 23. Let's call it a 5-yard pickup. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Makes it past the marker. Just what they were looking for to... This drive rolling there out to the 35. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. That... Not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Turning it on. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Back to pass, it's right. Makes the grab, it's Montgomery. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Pirates with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll keep it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Pirates are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
Well, this offense, they started the drive with great field position. They're being methodical here. They're not hitting the home run necessarily and scoring these big explosive touchdowns, but they're getting 3rd down conversions. They're staying on the field. They do a nice job there running the football. They look like they're in control. That's a good sign.
Let's talk for a second about East Carolina. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a good touchdown Pirates. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. Goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line, and boy, did they need a little breathing room. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Pavia. Fires Here's the pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The option look. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turns it on in midfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the...
Oh, he's got some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Quick pass on the fly motion. Give him 6. Touchdown, ECU.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Calls his own number. And the ball's on the ground. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Pavia. Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Give to the running back. Got the first down and more. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Pirates, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. There he goes. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll trying to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, East Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Sherrill. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Back to throw. It's Pavia. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Alexander. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The play action fake. Catch in the middle. It's Stowers. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't get it. Return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? He's going to take off on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Pirates with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's got his man across the middle. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Pirates will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Purple Pirates! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal. And the Pirates will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. In bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Pavia. Here comes the heat. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. The Commodores will bring the punt team onto the field. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Lots of room to run. Gets it into the end zone, but there is a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Offside.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard. Good job of coverage on that kick. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He makes the catch along the sidelines, but the official signaling that he's out of bounds. 3rd down coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air, it's Pavia. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get it to the turf at the 47. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Stowers. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Commodores are flying down the field. A run for the quarterback.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Commodores started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Well, Obviously, the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to...
Max going for the goal line. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Pavia. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture. After such a long drive, so many first downs, you've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Pirates are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Looking for a gap. It's Montgomery. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown Pirates. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Do I run the ball here? Am I a little conservative? I don't want to get a safety. What? Absolutely not. I'm going to play pitch and catch, and my guy's better than yours. Outruns everybody the length of the field. 99 yards for the big touchdown reception.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to...
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man. It's Hoskins. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Noses ahead to the 30-yard line and pick up of 1. Back to throw. It's Pavia. Makes the grab. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Commodores come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. just drives it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Back to throw, it's right. Caught. Across the 25, he's got room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires on the move. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Pirates have their offense in high gear. Under fire. Look out, he's got room. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, ECU.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things
just keeps moving. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Newberry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Commodores now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Newberry. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Grabbed in the middle is Connor. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's right. That's caught. It's Jenkins. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The Pirates come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Pirates just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. First down and more. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Pirates trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Gets away from one. He's got space. He smashes his way through again.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough done today.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Absolutely perfect. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Looking for a man. It's right. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught over the middle. It's Hoskins. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll immediately call timeout.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
And at this point, the defense looks as if they've been in one of those dizzy bat races. They've got no idea where the ball's coming from. He's over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, this is a Heisman Trophy level performance from this guy. The accuracy, the decision-making, the athleticism, everything has been on display.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll take a deep shot here. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? So now it's second and long. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move them back. Offense in an empty set. Dropping back, it's right. This one's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Smith. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Pirates had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the...
A shot for the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss.